Well, good morning. It's a Sunday morning. It's supposed to rain today, but it doesn't look like it. And but it is a little sticky, so it must be going to rain later. So this is going to be a short video. I haven't got as much done as I wanted to in the last 10 days. The crew that was supposed to come put in the shower enclosure, the tile. 3 of the 5 guys on the crew have COVID, so they haven't shown up the last 2 weeks. Hopefully they'll show up tomorrow. So I'm going to answer 2 questions I've got from viewers from Australia, Kate and Saj. And then I'll also show the initial video of putting up a upper cabinet. So here we go. Okay, so I had a comment from Kate in Australia that she thought my garage was huge. Well, I guess it's big enough is how I would react to it. But when the motorhome is in here, and that's sitting over here, it's 45 feet long and it takes up about a third of the garage. So over here from the wall over here, it's taken up, and that's why the door is 14 feet. The motorhome is actually 13 feet 4 inches tall. So then right here in the middle, holding stuff right now is a car lift. And then there's room for the 3 cars. The wife's car parks back here. Normally, she'll be parking over here when we get done. But right now she's parking right behind my Go Fast. And then my pickup is over here. And then back here in the corner, I think we've all seen before, this is my dust collector for the woodworking when my woodworking stuff gets set up. And then here's wood storage. I got some wood set up, and the wife's got some stuff sitting here until we can move into the house. So this is going to be wood storage, and then the sheet goods would be leaning against the wall here. And so that's kind of it. And then this will be the woodworking area, actually, and part of that area where the lift is sitting right now, because the lift will move back once we get it all done. And so hopefully that answers the question for Kate. Yes, it's big. Wouldn't say huge. I'd say cozy once everything else gets here. Okay, so Saj from Australia, excuse me, had a question as I talked about the water heater last time, why I don't use an instantaneous hot water heater. Well, here where I live, the water is awful hard, extremely hard, super duper hard. And everybody has to use a water softener, but because of the calcium buildup, most people use a regular water heater because they'd have to be cleaning the instantaneous all the time. And this is electric versus gas, because natural gas is not available here. I have to use propane. But the other reason is I think we've talked about it before on the HVAC system, now that it's totally hooked up, is that when the air conditioning is running, there is extremely hot water going back down out to the geothermal, but before it goes out there, it branches off, comes into the hot water heater, helps heat the hot water, and then it leaves the tank cooler and goes back up to the loop, which takes it outside. So therefore the energy reduction on this is probably 2/3 of what it would be without the geothermal hookup. And then also, as we talked about in the last video, it's got a couple of inches of foam on the outside of the actual water tank itself, so it's well insulated. And so that's why. But I do have the house actually plumbed. There's a pipe right here. I actually have it plumbed for natural gas if we ever get natural gas. So that's kind of where we're at. So I hope that answers your question, Saj. So this is the laser line that I've set. Here's the laser itself. So I have the laser line set at 64 inches, and that's where the bottom of the upper cabinet's going to go. So I'll be installing that upper cabinet right here, going up. This is the center line of the toilet, and that upper will be centered over the toilet, so that's why I've marked the center line. And just verified where my studs are in the wall. And then over here is the 2 lower, actually it's one of the lowers that goes in here. and then there'll be a sink base which goes here. And so I'll be putting those two in as well as the upper. Now, I think I've already said that the upper is not ready yet, so we kind of got to wait for that. And then eventually, you can barely see the laser line over there, so I'll be running the laser line over there. And you can see that I've got some cabinets done here, and there's several cabinets out here that are ready to install. Okay, so hopefully I answered the two questions, and you can see a little status of the garage, I guess, as well as I threw in the first part of the video of getting ready to mount the upper cabinet. Couldn't get it done today because I didn't actually have that cabinet put together. I've got about half the cabinets put together, but that upper is not ready yet. It's still on the one pallet that I talked about in the video. So hopefully we can get some of that going later this week. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. A little bit different this time. Give me a thumbs up. Give me, if you have any questions or comments, I can answer them like I did the two questions from Australia, as well as hit the bell if you want to know when the next video is coming out. So anyway, have a good one. See ya.